Hi Virgos, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel for my twin flames and my soulmate. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's new. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and anybody that you're thinking of. I'm going to call in my spirit guides for a no contact reading today. I do have some initials. I do have some charms. I'm going to see what your person is thinking and feeling. Where is this connection headed? Anything spirit wants you to know at this time. So let's call in our spirit guides. Spirit, please share with me for my Virgos today. What is it that you have for us? What is it that you need us to know? I am listening for you now. I have betrayal, broken promises. You know, that's stabbed in the back, right? Broken promises is probably one of the most difficult things. You know, you said you would do something. You told me that you loved me. You told me that I was the only one. You told me that we had a life together. And all of a sudden, you know, all of these things have changed. So that's a very difficult thing to accept. I have a career. Their career is coming first. They're putting their career first. They're putting a relationship on hold because they feel like they can't do both. They can't be successful at their career and do everything they want to do and be in a relationship. They don't have enough hours in the day. They don't have enough time. Maybe they've been using that as an excuse. I'm not doing well with my work and I need to focus on my work. So there's a lot of people out there that choose a career over a relationship. They're happier working. They love to work. And if that's the case, then go to work and don't be in a relationship. Tell people you don't want to be in a relationship. You can't handle both. I have respect. I deserve more. You do. So if somebody, it's a feeling of breadcrumbing more than anything. It was a feeling of when it was convenient for them, when it was their time came first energy, that you were always either working around their schedule or that it was always adjustments around what was going to work for them. So, you know, was it win-win? Maybe not. Maybe it was you were trying to just make it very easy for them so that otherwise maybe you would never have seen them. It feels like I'm carrying the weight of the world and I'm worried. So do they have other things on their plate that they just can't handle everything all at once? Did something come into them that it was like the straw that broke the camel's back and I just can't handle everything. And the first thing they did is cut ties with their relationship because they thought that would take a lot of the weight off their shoulders. But that doesn't necessarily help. Sometimes it's harder. I have sexual let's play. That came into me as let's be friends. And you're not looking for a friend, okay? You're not looking for a F buddy. You don't need that. This person could be trying to compartmentalize you into their life. That this is the time I have for a sexual or physical relationship / some feelings. And it could be a weekend night. It could be 1 week night, every other, week. I mean, I just feel like it was I'm going to fit you in energy. And then when that wasn't working, because maybe you were saying, I want more, it was like, well, let's be friends. And, we have a great connection. So let's keep this connection. And basically what they're saying is, let's sleep together when I want to. And, you can just kind of wait around for me. And I'm going to say, cut the cord if that's happening. I have warmth. I miss you and I miss your warmth. It does feel nice to be with somebody, but it has to be for the right reason, Spirit's saying. It has to be so that we both are mutually benefiting from this connection emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Your strength inspires me. So I think that you're not giving up on them. I feel like you have given them all the time in the world. And maybe they know it. Maybe they say, you keep hanging in there, and, you know, you're not ever pushing me away. And, you know, maybe they're saying, you know, then this is somebody very special because they're kind of willing to tolerate me and all this kind of behavior. But if they pushed you away and they're asking to just, I don't want to lose you because I care about you, and I need you in my life still, that's a total setup for, let me go see what else is out there. Let me, you know, just kind of do my own thing, knowing full well that, you know, I'm keeping you on the back burner, and I'm keeping you with a string attached with hope that there's going to be more again someday. Let them go. I'm going to say, let them go. I have a High Priestess. Your intuition is probably telling you. I have a Page of Wands. I have a Wheel of Fortune. And I have a Page of Swords. So I do have some new energy with around that Wheel of Fortune. So it could be a renewal. It could definitely be a renewal of energy around this connection. It could be we start talking again. The feelings start coming forward again. We start to communicate a little bit more, you know, a little bit of a dipping my toe in the water. My intuition is probably telling me, be careful. Don't go too fast. Don't let them in all the way, right away. Something like that. I have a Queen of Wands. I desire you. I have a Four of Cups. So I'm waiting. Yeah, there's a feeling of waiting. There's a lot of waiting going on in this connection. So part of me feels that, I guess I'm going to say that there is some kind of reconnect. It's slow. Okay. I'm going to say reconnecting slowly. It's a little bit of a, hi, how are you? I'm asking Spirit, like, what's the motive behind it? You know, are you feeling okay? Is your daughter okay? How's your family? How's the dog? You know, it's just like, I'm reaching out to kind of see if I can get that door opened. But is it somebody who's really reaching out to get you back? Is it somebody who's really reaching out because they want a relationship again, or they liked what they had with you, which was, they're using the word temporary, that it was a temporary relationship, and that it worked for them. It worked for them in the meantime, and they didn't have to think about where we're going to be, you know, in 5 years from now. And you may have started thinking, I would like to know where I'm going to be in a year from now. I would like to know where this connection is headed. So maybe it wasn't enough for you, but it was enough for them, because in the now it was working, because they were getting out of it what they needed, and maybe you weren't. So if they're coming back, this reconnecting slowly, you have to ask yourself, what's changed? Have they changed? Do they want more now? And that would be the first question. Have you changed your mind? Do you want a relationship? Or are we just going to end up right back where we were with this, I see you every other weekend, excuse me, I see you around your schedule, I see you when it's convenient to you, and I still don't have answers as to what your intentions are ultimately. So you have to say to them, what is going on? Like, why are you reaching out to me to ask me my health? And they're saying, well, I'm just trying to be nice. I'm just trying to see how you're doing. No, just get to the heart of it. Are you trying to be in a relationship with me or not? You know, I mean, that feels like very breadcrumby, and it feels like a lot of games. So, you know, call them out on it. That's how I feel. I read and reread every message you sent. Those words are deep in my heart. So they could be definitely looking into your text messages with deeper meaning. that if you put a lot of energy into writing them some letters with, heartfelt messages, they could be rereading those again. I'm constantly seeing signs that are connecting to you. So your birthday, your name is coming up. Songs are reminding me of you. Your favorite anything. I drive by a restaurant, I know that's your favorite. So all kinds of things pop into your head. When we connect sexually, sometimes it's so intense I run because I feel myself falling deeper in love. Now, don't confuse sex with making love. Okay? If somebody's saying I love being with you physically, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm in love with you and I want to make love to you. So you want to make sure that that's crystal clear in your mind. Why are they with me? I want to know, do you want a relationship with me? Do you want a future with me? Otherwise, I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to get hurt again. You want to be careful. I'm constantly battling myself about this relationship. They have to make time, Spirit said. There's an incredible sense of you're put on the back burner and you should come first and you should be their priority. And it's always under this umbrella of I'm busy, I'm working, you don't get it, I work long hours, I can't call you, I can't talk on the phone, I can't do this, I can't do that. Well, what can they do, to make you feel like you're important to them? And I guess that's the change that has to take place, that I have to feel, maybe as this high priestess, that you deserve more. That you're looking for more, Spirit saying, and I don't blame you. Let's get some letters. Let's see. First initials, last initials, Spirit. Your person's name, you could spell the letter E, U, A, M, B, A, O, O, R, D, F, I, J, U, H, L, the letter C, and another U. Okay, so some of you may be definitely connecting to that. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us? Suppressed emotions. I've been holding my emotions back. Probably. Otherwise, we might not be in this situation. The number 5 days, 5th of the month. Maybe you haven't talked to them since the 5th of the month, or it's been 5 days, 5 months since you talked to them. Selfish intentions. They make plans around themselves. They work you into their schedule. They make it convenient for themselves. Let's be friends because I don't want to lose you as a lover, because we're great lovers, but I can't give you anything more. You don't need another friend. You have lots of friends. Falling in love. Unless this person comes back and says, I've fallen in love with you and I made a mistake, you have to evaluate what's best for you. You have to know that I deserve to be first. And that could be something that you're starting to realize now. It could be the space that you haven't had them in your life, or you haven't talked to them for a little while. Maybe you're realizing that it was all about them, and that at what point were they going to put you first? So unless they come back and say, I'm definitely in love with you and I can't imagine my life without you, and I'm going to make you a priority in my life, they've got an uphill battle to try to win you back over, I think. I'm feeling nervous, a little bit of I'm afraid to lose you forever. Okay. And for good reason. You know, they have a good thing. They know what they have in you, Spirit's saying. They know where, what they can have with you. And they don't have to go out and start a new relationship with somebody else that they don't even know and not necessarily have it be any better. So it's the fear of, am I going to kick myself someday? I'm going to say it that way. I think I'm going to, I'm feeling nervous because I have been holding back. I've been holding back my feelings, and you should have known how I felt. I should have told you how I felt. Instead, I threw all of my time and energy into myself and my work and my career and my schedule. So was I fair to you? Was I putting you first? Not necessarily. So I think that that's what Spirit's asking you to take a look at today, that ask yourself, is this the person who's going to put me first for the rest of my life if I'm with them? Spirit, please share with me. Let's get some charms. Let's see what the charms are saying. If somebody isn't prepared to be in a relationship, that's when the selfishness comes out, because they're not ready. They don't want to share their time. They don't want to share their energy, really, is what comes down to. And you want to be with somebody who says, you're more important to me than some other things in my life. I have work. Yes, I have a career, but I'll always have that. And I might not always have you. I have the number 1 week, 1 month. I have a 2, February. The number 15 could be the 15th of the month. I have the number 24, and I have a number 6, so June. Okay, so maybe we'll hear from them in June. Let's see. Okay. Let me see what I am feeling jumping out at me. Okay, I'm going to go with the strawberry first. Just a sense of sweetness, just a sense of, a strawberry is pretty simple. It's pretty sweet all by itself. Like, you don't have to have a lot with it for you to enjoy a bowl of strawberries. I'm going to say they still see you as sweet and kind-hearted. I am going to say that. I have an angel. I'm going to put that together. They still see you as having a kind heart that, that hasn't gone away. That hasn't gone away. I'm going to put the bus with that also, because I feel like there's people around them that want to know the gossip about why you're not talking. And I feel like this person's being pretty close-lipped right now, and they aren't throwing you under the bus because they don't know whether we're going to get back together or not. And they don't want somebody else to hold what they said against you. So the good news is they respect you enough right now that they're not throwing you under the bus by somebody who would have an opinion in the future about you. And because it's like when 2 little kids are fighting and then the mothers in the neighborhood get upset, the little kids make up and go play again, but the mothers are still upset. So you want to be careful with those things. But I don't feel like your person is throwing you under the bus. I have Santa's sled, so I'm going to say celebrating holidays together. Maybe we do celebrate the holidays together. Maybe something happened over the holidays. I have a sand dollar, and I have a palm tree. So that feels like a memory, or it feels like something we talked about, that it's a trip planned, or this is where we were going to go, or we went somewhere and it was beautiful. And, you know, maybe we were really happy, you know, that week or vacation time that we were together. And there's a lot of really a lot of memories with that. So, but that feels nice. What is this thing? Okay. So I have a toolbox and I have this kind of scoop. I'm going to put the scoop with the toolbox. I'm going to use the word repair. We can have a toolbox and we can repair things with a toolbox. We can fix things with a toolbox. So that feels good to me. I like that. I also have a clothespin, and you know, most of you might not even know what a clothespin is, pinning the clothes outside on a clothesline. But it opens and closes, and it connects things, and it holds things together. So it's something that holds us together, the glue that holds us together, our feelings that hold us together, our bond holds us together. And that could be what we're holding on to, that we can still feel that bond. And I always feel that people know in their heart when it's truly over, or when they intuitively know that it's just on pause. So you may be feeling like that bond is still there. I can feel the bond. I know that we just need time and we can repair this. And then I have a leaf. 3 leaves. Could be interference, third party for some of you. Who's the third leaf? Where did that come from? I wasn't expecting that. So for some of you, that could be, you know, what happened, but not all of you. And then last but not least, I have a silver spoon. And there's been a lot of part of me about this person that maybe everything's been handed to them. Maybe it's always been about them. Maybe they were an only child and they were spoiled by their mother. And they want you to, you know, kind of jump through hoops the same way. It's a silver spoon feeling. I have advantages. I had advantages, you know, to get to where I am today. And I didn't have to work as hard maybe as other people. So I have this kind of entitlement energy, and maybe you see that in them, and that's bothers you, you know, that upsets you, because you're not going to jump through hoops for somebody because they feel like they're so amazing, you know, that you can't live without them, because you can. Obviously, you're not with them right now, so you can. I want to know who that third leaf is. Okay, so those are but they're not throwing you under the bus. So there's still respect. There's still, you know, I don't think that, you know, when somebody starts to give all the dirt on a relationship, like, why did you end it? And what happened? And they start to spill like all this dirt about, you know, private things that happened in a private relationship. It's really hard to come back from that. So I would say that they're not doing that. That makes me feel better. Am I even good enough for you? I'm feeling very insecure. I'm afraid I'm going to lose you. And you might have said, I'm not interested in being your friend. So that could have been the breaking point for them, because they thought maybe we could find some happy in between space where I don't lose you completely, but I get some of my freedom back. No, it doesn't work that way. I think we could have a lot of fun together. Here it is, but I don't see it progressing into something deeper. I want it to just be casual. So they could have started out with, yeah, I want more. And then we started to, you know, get into a relationship. And then all of a sudden they decide that I didn't want all this. I just want to cool it down. I just want it to be casual. And that's not how we started it out. That's not what our intentions were in the beginning. Somebody changed their mind. If I tell you how I feel, it might change everything. I'm afraid to tell you how I feel. I'm afraid to tell you what I'm really thinking, which usually is what's going on. If you ask me, I will say yes. If you ask them the truth, are you afraid of a commitment? Are you afraid of taking this relationship to the next level? Did you ever have thoughts of this relationship going to the next level? Am I somebody you could see your future with? You know, those are some hard questions. And would they be able to answer them? It's always been you. I don't know how to tell you the truth. I want a new beginning. There's no 1 foot in, 1 foot out. There's no in between being in a relationship or not being in a relationship. So I feel like this person is trying to get it every which way. And maybe you put down your foot and said, that's not me. I don't blame you. I'm working on myself so I can give you the love and the relationship you deserve. And I would respect that if that's what they're truly doing. If they're taking this time not to see what their options are, not to run around like a crazy person and be like, woo, I'm single again, but to do some healing and to do some reflecting on what it is that they're looking for until they miss you so much that they fear that they're going to lose you forever. And that's usually when they come knocking. I'm still trying to find a place for myself in the world. I'm trying to get that success. I'm trying to focus on my career. I'm trying to make money, you know, all of those things. And sometimes, like I said earlier, people choose, I want to work on my career right now. I thought I could handle a relationship, but I can't. Then tell me. Don't string me along. I still have dreams about you and our happy times together. I do feel like they have feelings. Okay, definitely. I do feel like they're not throwing you under the bus. So that tells me that they are not, if they were to come back, they need your respect. So they're not willing to cross that line. I feel like that's important to know. I feel like there is this stringing you along energy, breadcrumbing, something like that, because I do feel like they're attempting to just be friends, but it's a wake-up call, Spirit saying, for somebody to say, that's not enough. That's not going to be enough for me. So unless something changes, this person isn't going to necessarily get their way. They're not going to have their cake and eat it too. So something has to change with them. Let's put this out into the universe and ask Spirit for some healing energy. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Thank you always for your kind words and your comments. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, check out my website at kathymamolin.psychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other 2 YouTube channels, my main channel and my Pick a Card channel. So I'll put those links in the description and in the comments for you. So check those out. In the meantime, we'll put this out into the universe and we will let Spirit help you both. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.